So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to actually fill a container with NutriRoot. NutriRoot has a surfactant in it, so what happens is if you forcefully mix it with water, then you're going to see foam, and then it's a little bit harder to make sure that you have the proper amount of water in your can. So one of the tips that I like to do is before I add NutriRoot to the watering can is I'll actually fill this primarily with enough water to make sure that the can is mostly full, and then I'll add the NutriRoot, and then I'll add a little bit more water just to make sure everything is nice and mixed. So I'm going to put a little more water in here. The rate of NutriRoot is 1.25 ounces to 1.5 ounces per gallon of water. I have a 2-gallon watering can, so I am going to do 3 ounces. So first what you do is break the seal and then give it a nice shake. This bottle is a squeeze and measure bottle here for the 32 fluid ounce concentrate. So all I need to do is basically squeeze, and it will measure into the cup here on the side. So I'm going to keep squeezing up to 3. There we go. I'm going to pour that in. Gently add the rest of the water. And now we're ready to go. So NutriRoot is meant to be applied to the soil. So it's not going to do a whole lot for the leaves themselves. So if I can, I try to avoid getting it on all over the plant. Sometimes it's just not going to be quite possible. But it will do the best when it's in the ground. The kelp and the humic acid are going to help feed the biology in the soil as well as promote root growth, while the humectant that is in there is going to help with holding moisture in the soil. It's actually going to draw the moisture out of the air and condense it back into a liquid form. So it's really important that you get the humectant component down deep into the root zone, and that's what that surfactant is for. So that bubbling effect is going to help to penetrate the soil, especially when you've got difficult soils. So I want to demonstrate what can happen when you add NutriRoot without having water in there first. And if you're not careful, if you spray too hard, then you'll see all the foaming. So it's not the worst thing, but basically you risk under or overdosing based on the amount of water that you put into the. You see that the foam has started. Here it comes. So sometimes what I'll do is, if this is happening, is I actually let some of that foam overflow so that I make sure that I have enough water inside. So what's important is anytime you plant new plantings is that you water everything in really good. And the benefit to that is it's going to help remove any kind of air pockets around the root zone, as well as promote the roots to head downwards to where to the rest of the water down deep into the soil.
NutriRoot Pro Tips. To prevent foaming, fill the container with water before adding NutriRoot. Use NutriRoot to promote rooting and reduce watering.